This is Steve. Welcome to another edition of What Would Steve Eat? We have our weapon of choice. If you've ever been around baby kinkajous when they haven't quite made it to solid food yet, then you'll know what their explosiveness smells like. It's not good. We happen to have 3 baby kinkajous in the store right now, and we've got some food in there with them, and it's been in there for a little while. So we're gonna give this a shot and see if I can eat what they eat. Yeah. So these are the kinkajous. They're adorable. All they do is sleep. They're like little gremlins. Don't get them wet. Ooh, that's raw.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, he's gonna eat all of it. Holy crap!
Is that
diarrhea? You know we got 3 more cages to do, right? Yeah, you can keep that spoon. We'll keep the same one.
What's next? Crackers and crested gecko diet.
You hear that, Alex? He said cracker.
Crackers.
That's code.
Crackers. You better not get me in the nuts. And crested gecko diet. Yummy.
Hey, Tommy's loving that.
Oh, today is Monday, and I don't think that the crested gecko diet has been changed all weekend because it's nasty. Stop throwing things at me. They're plotting something. I can feel it. So when my testicles start shrinking up into my body. Yeah, you got to keep an eye out around here. All right, another one safely done. This is Krista.
Hello.
She's got our little sugar glider. She's holding him out here so that I can go in here. Get the sugar glider food.
Are you sure that thing hasn't peed in there a little bit?
Mmm. We eat the same diet. Good.
That sugar glider was just eating that.
Yeah.
You're eating my sugar glider's food.
Did you buy him yet?
Not yet.
All right.
No more food for that sugar glider.
You got to buy him now because he's going to go hungry if he stays here. I've never been a good closer, but I can eat. He's got the marmosets here. Cage is empty. That's Pete. Marmoset food. Mmm.
She's already been friends with him.
I think they might have gotten some diarrhea in the bowl too.
Oh, look at that green. Oh man.
I don't know. Prairie dogs are cool too when they're.
I guess it comes out twice, huh?
Tim, you sold that really tonight.
I love my job.
Downing it.
I have to
Yeah,
find
sure.
another one to do that too. Once one leaves, the other one takes its place and gets nice.
I'm sorry.
So is there one in here for tonight?
That's
I'm gonna
it.
work with them. Yeah, actually,
We've survived another edition of What Will Steve Eat?
Steve's coming up tonight.
What exactly is your
You
job
can't be
here?
afraid.
Why did I hire you?
Food connoisseur.
I don't even know what I hired him for. If you've ever seen The Office, Creed doesn't even know what he does. I don't even know what this man does.
Creed
here.
does quality assurance. He does food quality assurance.
If anyone wants to apply, please save us and apply.
Oh, I never do anything crazy.
talking 20 minutes underground, your weekly online reptile YouTube show for reptile enthusiasts like you. That's why you're here. This week at 20 minutes underground, we're going to look at our blue-tongued skink project, which should be blowing up. We're going to look at some cool geckos, some all kinds of stuff, just a conglomeration. We're about to start going through some of your guys' comments, and we want to really address them. Everybody's, oh, do something on iguanas, do something on turtles, do something. So we're going to really do them because the show is for you, it ain't for us. We have a great time doing it, and we appreciate it, and so many people that put a good hard work. Drew puts hours into this show just so you guys can send comments. Why don't somebody give a shout out to Drew? Drew is the guy in Rock, Paper, Scissors, Nuts who gets beat up a lot. He didn't know what we were doing, so if you want to see the guy that does the videos, that's Drew. He's incapacitated for the next year or two because of the show, but he'll be fine once he gets married, I think. Thanks for watching. As always, God bless you.
Underground reptiles, now that tegu season, they're almost done dropping all their eggs. We're moving on to blue tongues. And you guys remember that we built all our new tegu cages. So what do we do with our old ones? Well, as you can see, we got this whole line of our old tegu cages, and we put our blue tongues in them. And we wanted them to have more room, bigger hideouts, be able to thrive better. And they're doing fantastic, and right now they're smoking. So we want to show you guys a few different variations of what our blue tongues are looking like right now. This guy right here, come here. Now what's cool about blue tongues is, yeah, there's a few different locales, New Guineas, Indonesians, Northern, Southerns, all that good stuff, and of course all your morphs. But you can have, almost like a chondropython, you can have a Jaya look completely different than a different one. Same thing. This right here is a New Guinea, but yet it has all this red and pinks and thin banding on it. And as you can see, that's a fat and healthy animal that we have. We got about maybe 3 or 4 per cage that we're doing with these guys, so they're not overcrowded. And we're just trying a little different stuff with our breeding this year. We're always very successful with our blue tongues, and we want to keep it that way. These right here are what everybody likes. Everybody likes the Australians. Australians have these really, really cool orange stripes coming up the side of them. This one in particular has a really, really dark back. But I have one in here that's extremely light. We'll see if we can't find it. There we go. This is almost a blonde phase of a blue-tongued skink, but they call it the Australian. All that blonde in it. New Guineas and Indonesians are a lot darker. These guys are just a really, really beautiful animal. Not too much crazy reds and pinks, but that is a gorgeous, gorgeous animal. Look at the side on that. Look how big it is too. You're a giant. Fat. And with the blue tongues, just like our tegus, we have to raise up babies for them. So down here, we have a few babies that we can show you guys. Sometimes we'll either raise them up in the store for a little bit and then bring them out here. Usually that gives them a better kickstart as opposed to putting a baby outside right away, kind of like our tegus. One-man job. This is one of our baby New Guineas. Lost his tail, little nub, likes to pee on me. Thank you. But this one's about a year old. Okay, and if he had his tail, he'd be about 15 inches. So this one will be ready to breed this year. Now this Australian, on the other hand, a little smaller. It's in shed right now, so it's a little harder to see. We keep them together because they're about the same size. We don't want them getting beat beat up by any bigger blue tongues. So he doesn't know it, but he's the future of underground reptiles. And right here we have another one that is still another New Guinea, which is really, really cool looking. Now see how this one has a thin banding like the red one I showed you guys earlier? Still the same thing, just lots of pinks, lots of reds, lots of oranges. Just another variation of the blue-tongued skink. Look how mad he is. And when they're babies, they stick out that really fat, they make their tongue really, really fat, and they hiss at you. Babies are great. Live birth, big, fat, thriving little animals. That's why if evolution was correct and we were supposed to get, animals were supposed to evolve into a better form, and we were, as dominant race, supposed to evolve into a better form, then why are babies so helpless, and yet blue-tongued skinks can bite the crap out of you right when they're born? As soon as they come out, they're thriving, they're ready to eat. And we feed these guys a Zupreme feline diet. Right now you can see we threw some green beans and some fruits in there to see if they wanted to chow on that, but we're feeding them about 3 times a week right now. Not all of them will eat 3 times a week, but they do really, really well with it. So hope you guys like them. We will have blue-tongued skinks very, very soon. Thank you so much. Only on Underground Reptiles.
Jesus loves me, my snakes, and my tattoos. I can vouch for 2 to 3, and every time I wear this t-shirt, sure as can be, somebody comes up and says, "Hey Ryan B, I get that Jesus loves you, I get that he loves your snakes, but you ain't got no tattoos." To which I reply, "You're right." In fact, for some time now I've wanted my first tattoo, and you know, for one reason or another, haven't been able to get it. So I figure, since we have so many YouTube friends out there, it'd be a good opportunity for you guys to lend some of your artistic skill, help me out, get my first tattoo, and I'll reward you with one of my geckos, one of the Saracenorum geckos maybe you want a pinstripe crested, maybe you want a gargoyle gecko. You pick, at one of the 3, I'll send to you if you're the winner. Now here's the contest. What I've always wanted for my very first tattoo is a lion's head with a mane of fire, and then in his eyes you're able to see the reflection of the cross. I always thought, man, that'd be a really cool tattoo. Thought I'd get it put on my back, and so I'm looking to you guys for some help. I want to get my first tattoo. I need somebody with some artistic skill that wants to draw it. If your design is picked, you're gonna win one of those geckos. All right, and as a bonus feature, we don't know how I'm gonna necessarily respond to getting my first tattoo. Maybe I'm as tough as I look and it'll be no problem, or maybe I wind up crying like a little baby the entire time. And for your viewing pleasure, you guys will get to see me do that on one of the future episodes of 20 Minutes Underground. So send me your designs. You can email it to info@undergroundreptiles.com. You can message it to me through our Facebook page. Whichever one you decide, get me those designs. And also, if there are any good tattoo artists out there or tattoo shops that want to have us come out and do this tattoo in their place business, and we'll feature you guys on that episode, well, here's your chance. Message me, send me a email, let me know that you guys are on board, and pretty soon I'll have my first tattoo. So you guys will help me get my tattoo that I'm sure Jesus is going to love. Thanks guys, keep watching. Well guys, this is Ryan B, and I'm gonna show you some animals that most likely you'd have a hard time seeing in the wild, and that's because they're pretty good at camouflaging and blending in with their environment. It's probably one of my favorite geckos. These are the Mossy leaf-tailed geckos. Check out the fringing around it. It looks incredible, especially like when they're on a piece of wood. Let me see if I've got any in here that are hiding on some wood. Oh, there was one. See? He did such a good job hiding, I didn't even see him. Look at that. He's also in shed right now. Hang on, buddy. I'll put you back on. He's in the middle of shedding right now. See if I've got any on the back of here. No. Well, let's take a look at this one for a minute, just because he's not shedding and we won't bother him. Awesome animal. Get the name Mossy leaf-tailed gecko because the back of their tail there looks like a leaf. Sometimes when they're not regenerated, which this one is, you can kind of see like there's a break in color right around there. That's because the tail at some point he had lost it and it's regenerating. These guys come from high humidity environments. One of the biggest mistakes people make with these animals, they don't keep them moist enough, okay? Especially like when they're going in shed, they really, really need a lot of humidity. Foggers, misting systems, all those come in handy. These guys are insectivores. These are Lattice geckos.
To what house? Take it to whose house? And she goes, I'll pick it up and bring it to my house.
Let me show you another Lattice gecko. This is the Lattice lineatus, or the lined leaf-tailed geckos. A little bit bigger species. Oh, come here, buddy. A little bit more slender looking. He's looking to get away. Look, same thing. Tail shaped like a leaf. A little bit of different coloring to them. These guys tend to be a little bit more yellow and brown coloring. They got the long lines going down their back there. If you look, one of my favorite ways to see them is when they're just like that. Hiding, camouflaged. They don't do too well camouflaging on glass, but they think they do. Also insectivores, and then we also have one of the larger species of leaf-tailed geckos, Lattice henkeli. And these guys are one of my favorite because of the eyes. This one I gotta pick up even though he's kind of sporadic. Come here, buddy. Check out the eyes on that thing.
She's like, well, why don't
Awesome.
Because my mom was like,
Some of them get really, really intense, like a real bright red patterning in there. These guys are monsters. This is the King Kong of Lattice geckos. Gorgeous animals. I definitely don't recommend them if you're like a first-time gecko owner or a lizard owner. They look cool. And just because they look cool doesn't mean that they're gonna make a good animal. These guys really need some particular care. Like I said, high humidity is important. Lots of branching, lots of foliage for them to hide in so that they don't get stressed out. Most of the ones that we have in the US are imported in, so be careful when buying them. Know ahead of time that you might be getting an animal that's a wild-caught animal, and those can have certain problems. There could be parasites that nobody sees. Best thing to do, talk to the people that have them, make sure that they've had them in captivity for a longer period of time. If you're looking for a good breeding project, especially because they're not coming into the country as much as they used to, it can definitely be a worthwhile breeding project for you, but just make sure you have the patience and the time for it. Lattice geckos, leaf-tailed geckos, just a few of the ones here at Underground Reptiles.
Howdy there, boys and girls, and other gendered people. Listen, this is the time that I get to pay. I get paid to watch these here YouTube videos. So I got me some of this right here. It's the white trash holy water. It's called Mountain Dew. You got to do when you slacking off. So here's the deal. Y'all like this? I enjoy it. I reckon. I mean, if y'all like it, I like it. We all like it. And there's one thing I definitely like. It's dancing. Alright, now Michael Jackson was the man when it came to dancing, and I know, you know, he was a, you know, disturbed individual. A lot of people ain't too fond of the man himself, but I tell you, I didn't know him personally. I never went to Neverland, and you know, but he could dance, alright, with Thriller and all that good stuff. But so here's the deal. I like people who dance, and I like surprise dancing. I don't like to dance myself, but I like to watch it. Alright? But, you know, I'm too white to dance, that's bottom line. But check this out. Alright? So we start off here, dude is just bowling. Dude is bowling, and all of a sudden man, That's so cool. You gotta watch it twice. Know what I'm saying? This is my it's one of my idols right here, Pop Dog. Pop Dog is great. He does this stupid stuff. This is one of my other favorites of Pop Dog right here. You look, right? Dude's skateboarding like whatever. Oh, look at that weak little ollie. Who cares? Oh, look at that. Now that is cool. Dude is moon dancing in front of an F-250. That is cool. That is some grade A cool stuff. Now, this is one of my favorite places, Walmart. I oftentimes shop here. But I never see something quite that cool at Walmart. Now, if I saw something that cool at Walmart, I'd dress up a little bit better than I do. I've been featured on that People at Walmart a couple times. You know, because I mean, I wear the Speedo and the wife beater with the camo flat bill hat there, and I get a lot of looks. I know people checking me out, they jealous and everything, so that's the way it goes. And let me tell you something, In-Bred Ned enjoys wasting time. He enjoys wasting your time, and he enjoys wasting other people's time. I'm In-Bred Ned. That dude's dancing behind me. He's pretty good. Have a good one.
What's up, numbskulls? It's your pal Moody freaking Boodi here, and I'm gonna be giving you guys some free crap because that's what I do. You guys constantly hound me for it because you love me so much. I know it's not about the free crap, it's just about you guys being in awe of me. Well, this week anyways, we're giving out the cricket pen. Isn't that freaking amazing? Say yes. Good. Our contest comment winner #1 is Miguel Cordero. He says he lives in Alaska. Wait a second, I'm no idiot. That doesn't sound like some Eskimo name to me. Anyways, he pretends to live in Alaska and says he can see green sea turtles. I doubt it. Blows his mind how big these turtles are. You know what else blows your mind? How amazing Moody freaking Boodi is. And after it's done raining, he says he'll see some western toads. They always look grumpy like Moody freaking Boodi. Well, you're wrong, Miguel. I'm not grumpy. I'm irritated by stupid comments like yours. You'd be like me too if you had to read these horrible things every friggin' week. Let's move on to the second crappy comment from Arlax48. He says definitely eastern milk snakes. Why don't you start your sentence like a normal person? You know, explain what we're talking about here. Definitely eastern milk snakes. They're so beautiful, and I always try and catch them, and I always wind up in a lake and lost the snake. Well, it makes sense that you would lose the snake when you fall in the lake, I guess, but here's something you should try finding. It's called a sense of direction. You know, it might keep you out of things like lakes or dangerous places, or actually, maybe you should all do us a favor and find yourself wandering off somewhere really far away. Anyways, if you don't get lost and you can make it home, you might find yourself a cricket pen waiting for you from your pal Moody Boodi. Let's move on. Lastly, we've got Ann Sharp. Says there was tons of western chorus frogs by my old school near the end of the school year. I caught a pair at recess one day and scared the crap out of my writing teacher. It was hilarious. Good job. Who needs writing anyways? That's only for intelligent people like Moody Boodi. The rest of you guys can all be dumb and just believe everything I say. Like you don't need writing teachers. And it is hilarious to scare people with animals. Nothing brings a greater sense of joy to my life than to watch people run in terror of the animals that I love. Eventually they get over it, and you know, because of my good looks and charm, they come back. But that's a story for another freaking day. You guys have bothered me enough today, and I've given enough free crap away. So get out of here and leave me alone. I mean it. Go now. Go.
Well, that's 20 minutes underground. Hope you enjoyed the show. We had fun. So did you. Somebody gave me that as a gift. See what that says? USMC. Don't be rotten to the core. Love the core. The core loves you. Hoorah! Who else is Semper Fidelis around here? Thank you guys serving the armed forces, Air Force, Navy, even you Army guys, even you Border Patrol guys. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. This week's question of the week. I can't stop thinking how great the comments have been lately. You guys are so awesome to share your stories and your adventures with us. Thank you so much. I'm getting so much of a kick out of it. It reminds me of so much of where I came from and where I'm heading, especially young guys out there. I know you 13, 14, 15-year-old girls and boys are watching the show, and you got the coolest comments. I appreciate you guys and respect you guys. I do. Because I was like you. I started out just like that. Little 13, 14-year-old kid who found this hunger for reptiles and pushed it all the way. Drove everybody nuts. Parents wanted to kill me by the time I was 18. Everybody was sick and tired. I was the reptile guy. At my school, at my family dinner, I was the reptile guy. If there was a reptile, they'd call me. If somebody found something, heard something, saw something, they would call me. When I was young, they didn't have all the shows on reptiles they had now. If it happened, if you saw a reptile on a Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom or something like that, it was amazing. Anyway, this week's question of the week is, what is the weirdest non-indigenous animal you've ever found near your house or near where you live or in your workplace? One time I found a tokay gecko in my old apartment. I don't know how it got there. It wasn't one of mine, and it would scream at 3 o'clock every morning. Ah! 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 It was crazy. Don't know where it came from. It was probably 1.5 foot long. It was a big one. We want to hear your stories. What's the craziest non-indigenous animal you've ever found? Especially you guys from Australia that have been sending us some comments. Man, I wish I was in Australia with some of the animals you guys got. You guys in Florida, we got all the crazy stuff here, but we want to hear it. Thanks so much for watching. We love you. Love you, love you, love you. And we're going to feed Steve some gnarly crap in the next couple of weeks, I promise. Thanks for watching. God bless. Awesome.